All right, y'all, P Valley season 2 episode 5. Let's get straight into this recap. So this episode was everything Keyshawn. We learned a little bit about her background, where she came up, how she came up, how she ended up with Derek, toxic, abusive ass. So yeah, we finna get into everything Keyshawn. Now, in order to understand the present, we gotta go back into the past. So we are gonna talk about when Keyshawn first met White Ike, aka Derek. Now, they was both in high school, and Keyshawn was trying out for the cheerleading squad, and he was already on the cheerleading squad. And this is when she met Gidget too, because Gidget was the captain of the cheerleading squad. But baby, Keyshawn sucked. No, child, try again next year, because I don't know what you was doing. The girl in the field couldn't get up. Like, girl, just go home, right? And so she's sitting on a bench, and the football player, one of the football players, was making fun of her, like calling her a burnt chicken nugget. And Derek was like, nah, don't talk to her like that, because Derek wanted some of that chocolate, right? And the dude wanted to fight Derek, and Derek walked away, and the dude spit on him, so Derek beat his ass. And then two of his teammates tried to get involved, and Derek beat their ass too, so he beat up 3 dudes at once. Child, that was some good writing, because baby, not in real life. Don't even do that. We done let y'all slide a little bit with y'all letting him get as many licks that he did on Diamond, because we all know that Diamond would have scrambled his ass up like an egg. But 3 dudes at once, child, Derek is not that nigga. Okay, stop it. We gonna have to stop the Derek train right now, baby. Do not proceed, do not pass go, do not collect $200, because he ain't doing all that, baby. Now, Keyshawn lived in a mansion with her daddy and her stepmom and her stepsisters. And one of her stepsisters, Alicia, took her spot on the cheerleading team because her stepsister did that and Keyshawn did not do it. And so her stepmama treated her like a real red-headed stepchild. Like, this is a real life Cinderella story. She did not like Keyshawn. The lady talking about, oh, I'm raising 2 daughters, and Keyshawn was like, 3. Keyshawn is the hairdresser, the maid. She is their servant. She done burnt off one of her stepsister's hair trying to do it, and now the mama mad about that. Like, child, do your own goddamn kid's head. Like, this little girl in high school, she should be doing her own fucking head anyway. But yeah, child, like, that was what she was going through. Like, her stepmama did not like her, and her daddy is the one with the money, and it's her daddy house. So bitch, if anybody is beneath anybody, bitch, you beneath me. What are you talking about, ma'am? Now, one day she was walking home, and it had started raining, and White Ike had pulled up on her and was like, oh, get in the car, I'll take you home. And she was like, what if I don't want to go home? So they didn't go to her house. They went to this little diner, and baby, guess who they waitress was? Pastor Patrice, child. I was like, okay, look at her. Started from the bottom, now you here, right? So her and White Ike, Derek, they was just talking, having small talk, talking about going on a second date and blah, blah, blah. And I guess Keyshawn was uncomfortable because she was looking around the restaurant at all these black people, and Derek was the only white person in there. And she was like, yeah, she was ready to go. And baby, first red flag, because his face got real tense. Like, he was angry, but he ain't show it, but we could tell. And he just changed the subject, and she forgot that she even wanted to leave in the first place. And I was like, look at Ike. Look at Ike. Just brewing. He was just brewing, child. Now, it is Christmas time, and with Christmas time come decorations. So her stepmama and her stepsisters, they was decorating the house, and Keyshawn was just serving away, setting the table, unsetting the table, whatever she was doing. And her stepsisters had asked their mama, like, when you met your husband, was it love at first sight? Like, how y'all, you know, get together? And she was like, oh, it started when I served him a drink on the plane. And Keyshawn was like, well, don't forget to say that you served his wife a drink first. So basically, she is a side chick, and Keyshawn called her a hungry record child. And then the stepmama threw some mashed potatoes on Keyshawn, and Keyshawn told her, bitch, don't let the bouginess fool you. I keep a Beretta. And I was like, baby, you in high school and you got a Beretta, right? And so Keyshawn had threw something back at her, and she had sent Keyshawn to her room because baby, they was finna fight. And I was like, girl, what is going on? So I'm guessing that the daddy left Keyshawn mama for this new bitch. And baby, I was like, girl, she got a Beretta. Leave her the fuck alone. Now, they got a little high school dance, the mistletoe dance, and Keyshawn didn't have a date. So she just sweatpants, head tied, chilling with no makeup on, eating cereal, looking like a bum. But her sisters, they got dates, and they dressed to the nines, baby. They did not come to play. They came to slay. And her daddy is in town, child. I don't know what he do for work, but he ain't never home. But he is home, and he taking pictures. He is like a proud father, even though his daughter ain't in not one picture. And he tell his daughter to take pictures of them. And so the daddy is all over his stepdaughter Alicia, and Alicia is so uncomfortable. He grabbing her by the waist, kissing her on the forehead, and I'm like, what's going on here? Even though I think I know what's going on here, right? And so, like I said, Keyshawn was sweatpants, had chatula with no makeup on, eating cereal, looking like a bum. And baby, knock knock, is Derek. He showed up. He got her a dress. He got her some glass slippers, child, and he wanted to take her to the dance. So they went to the dance, right, and they had a little good time, right? Now, when they was out at the diner, Derek had a little black eye. Now at the dance, his whole side of his face is bruised up. So come to find out, baby, Derek daddy is beating his ass. So that's where you get it from. So your daddy was iking you, now you iking her. Okay, got you. So they leave the dance. They had a good time at the dance, like I said. So they in the back of the car, and they ended up getting it in, child. And kind of find out Derek was a little virgin. Keyshawn put it on him. Put it on him. Now he can't leave, girl. Now he can't leave. So after she got her back cracked, or cracked his back because he was a virgin, she had went home, and her stepmama was up smoking cigarettes, drinking. She all emotional and shit, and she was kind of being nice to Keyshawn, like, oh, I'm not gonna tell your daddy that you was late for curfew because you made it home before my girls. Yeah, where your little stank ass daughters at? Out being little hoes. And so she was like, oh, your dress look nice, it fit you like it was custom. And Keyshawn like, oh yeah, thank you. And then she hit her with the, but you didn't get to pick it out. And she told her some real shit. Be careful trying to be a man's Barbie doll, because he'll always find another one to buy. And I was like, oh, child, it's giving your husband is cheating on you. But you know what they say, the same way you get him is the same way you lose him, boo. Now Keyshawn is pregnant, and Derek is showing her the baby stuff that his mama got her, and Keyshawn don't like the stuff. And now he mad that she don't like the stuff, and he like, you been ungrateful, like my mama trying. And she was like, oh, she trying now, but she didn't even try to help us get a place. My daddy had to help us get this place, right? And now he mad. He like, I knew I shouldn't have messed with you. My mama always said you was a gold digger. Child, her daddy got a mansion. She is not no motherfucking gold digger. Like, what is your mother talking about, right? And he was like, I knew I shouldn't have dipped my dick in you. Now I'm stuck trying to take care of some backwoods bitch. Oh, no, you didn't. And she told him, baby, I'm taking care of you. I'm 8 months pregnant working at motherfucking Walgreens. And baby, that's when Ike started iking. He choked her while she pregnant with his baby. And he told her his family kicked him out because of her, and she trapped him. Boy, was she trapped? What did she trap? Because it seemed like she is the one trapped, child. You know what? Niggas. And I can't even say niggas because he white. Now, after he choked her, Keyshawn did try to leave, and she went back to her daddy house, and her stepmama didn't let her in, talking about she don't want her daughters around her because she pregnant, and she can't keep on running back there every time things get hard. Relationships are tough, and she made a choice. Now she got to deal with that choice. And Keyshawn like, okay, well, what my daddy say? And the stepmama said that her daddy agreed, and she closed the door in her face. Now she 8 months pregnant, it's pouring down rain, and she go back home, and she can't even go home because you don't want her there. Girl, you know what? The shit was just sad. And so she went back home to Derek, and baby, he got flowers in this whole goddamn room. I mean, you can't even see the floor. You would have thought you was walking through a goddamn garden. And of course, he on his knees, I'm sorry, baby, please, I will never do it again. And we all know that he did it again because he is White Ike. Okay, so we are done with the past. Now we finna step into the present, okay? So Keyshawn is in ATL because she got to do the stripper ball, and she is in the dressing room getting ready with her manager Rome, and Rome is on the phone, and he tells her that he's trying to get her a lace front line so she can have her own lace front wigs. And I was like, girl, get that money. Now Rome is looking at Keyshawn like she is the finest piece of chocolate that he ever done seen in his life. Now he informed her that the Dirty Dozen tour has been extended for another week. Now she is shook because she only told White Ike that it was for 12 days and 12 nights, right? And so he like, listen, I already talked to him. He know what's going on. It's good. You finna get out here and make this money. And now he's sounding like Ike Jr. because he said it real aggressive. And I was like, okay. And y'all know Keyshawn went up there and did what she did. She killed it, left no crumbs. Now, baby, gold stars. Gold stars, because y'all know the bitch is bad. Now, Jocelyn is the headliner for this stripper ball, and she is her fairy godmother this episode. And she was telling her, like, you know, you're gonna make it out, keep your head up, people gonna always look at you like a hoe, but basically ignore the haters, do you, boo. She gave her a hotel room and all type of stuff, and I was like, okay, Jocelyn, I see you. You came a long way from Love and Hip Hop, girl. Now apparently everybody else thought Keyshawn killed it too, because she is drowning in money. She made a money angel and everything. Now she ready for the second leg of this tour, because if the money gonna be like this, she want it. Now Big Teak is obviously still mad at Lil Murda, because Keyshawn was like, why you so quiet, like you want some chocolate covered strawberries? And he was like, no, I'm good. And Lil Murda was like, you know you want some? And he was like, I said I'm fucking good. And I was like, ooh, okay. And now Lil Murda manager Woody and Keyshawn looking at each other like, and they like, yeah, they fucking, right? And so Rome came in the room, and he was telling her, like, they got to get ready to go to Jocelyn's spot. Now, he got Lil Murda in some hotel rooms and whatever, and they want to go too, but he was like, nah, y'all can't go. Like, I got y'all some rooms. That's all I can do. I'm tired of helping you niggas. And Big T heard this, and he took the keys out of Lil Murda hand and threw them at Rome and was like, nigga, we don't need your motherfucking pity. Like, fuck you. And of course they start arguing. So Big T said he tired of Rome talking shit. So they all leave, and Keyshawn told Woody, like, don't worry about it, I'm gonna go back up there and I'm gonna get the keys for y'all, right? And he looked at her and told her, I don't like that hair on you, because she got the blonde wig. And he was like, I like the hair that grow out your scalp. I was like, oh, you looking. Oh, you scoping. You like what you see. Well, obviously he ain't like the blonde hair, but for you to notice, you know, you watching. So Keyshawn went to Rome because she is ready to go to Jocelyn's spot, and she ready to go, and he is not ready to go. He is in his robe on the balcony, and he tell her, like, oh, that wig deal ain't happening, but I want you to do some stripper platform heels. And she don't really want to do it because she's trying to step away from the stripper thing, but he convinced her to. And he was like, you know, put on one of your little outfits, try it on, see how you like it. And so she did, and baby, he is recording her. And she like, well, what are you doing? And then she noticed that he is naked under his robe, and he trying to hit, and she don't want him to hit. And he telling her, like, all you do is strip, you know what I'm saying? Like, you finna go strip for them. And she was like, yeah, but y'all be thinking y'all in control, but I'm really in control. And he was like, not with those nasty lap dance you be doing, ain't nothing spectacular about that. And she was like, yeah, it is, because I make them think that they can hit it, but they can't. And baby, that boy said, all I done for you, all the money I put in your pocket, all the food I put in your kid's mouth. And she was like, so I owe you now? He was like, hell yeah, because all this shit still pending. All the deals I done got for you still pending. So she was like, I don't do this. And she walked away. Now, he said everybody got a movie because he was trying to make a movie. Even Lil Murda. And she was like, what you mean? And he was like, oh, I think him and Big T fucking. And he got a video. He got a sex tape of them. But why is you watching? Why'd you watching? And he was like, you know, I know everything that y'all was doing was fake. He ain't even want to kiss you when you kissed him. And baby, you already know ain't nothing good gonna happen after this. He just can't take no for an answer, so he done ripped her shirt out, exposing her little titty, pushed her on the bed, they got on top of her. But Keyshawn is fighting back. She said she already dealing with one Ike, she is not gonna be dealing with two. So she done scratched him, done kneed him in his balls, and done ran. And she went to Lil Murda in the room because his manager is still in there. So Woody opened the door, right? And she tell him, like, what happened? And he like, what? And she like, I'm so stupid. And he like, you not stupid. You a lot of things, but you not stupid. And I'm like, oh, is this gonna be a thing? Because I was sensing that this is becoming a thing, because I like him for her and I like her for him. But I still want her to be with Diamond, but Diamond is my man, so I'm okay if they don't get together. So anyway, let me get back on track, child. So she was telling him, like, and he know about Lil Murda. And he was like, what he know about him? And she was like, everything. He got a sex tape. And she was telling him, like, she want to go home, right? Baby, so she went back home. And baby, when she went back home, she hit the fan. Now she happy to be back home to see her kids, and Derek is happy to see her. He done made her a hot dog, child. Had her a home-cooked hot dog when she came back, right? And he like, oh, why you back so early? And I'm like, boy, you wanted her to stay gone? Something was wrong right then and there, right? And so she lied like, oh, Rome, we on a break. He got to get the schedules right. And her son don't want her to touch him. He is crying and he don't want to be bothered. So she like, what's wrong with him? So she took him to the doctor. And baby, the little boy elbow is dislocated. And she lifted up his shirt and his whole back is covered in bruises. I mean, covered. So now she back home and Derek in there ironing his clothes because he got a job interview. So she went and put her baby down and she went to confront him. And she was like, you didn't even ask what the doctor said. And she was like, you know, he only 3 years old and you dislocated his elbow. So she shoved the papers in his chest like, look, you did this. And he was like, no, I didn't. And she was like, you could do what you want to do to me. You could beat on me, but you're not going to be putting your hands on my kids. And he was like, okay, I spanked him because he driving me insane. He cried too much. He throwing temper tantrums. You've been gone for 2 weeks. And she was like, he only 3. You supposed to comfort him. I'm leaving. You're not going to beat on my kids like your daddy did. You do better than that. And he telling her like, go on, Keyshawn, like I'm trying to get ready for this interview. And then she hit his ass below the belt because she said, for what? It ain't like you gonna get it. But it's all good. I'ma just keep taking care of my 3 kids. They 2 kids and you. And baby, he punched her ass in the face and busted her mouth, her nose. She is bleeding, leaking. And now he is dragging her by her hair through the house. Now the kids are screaming and y'all know he was ironing. And now he got her choked up against the door with the iron to her face like he finna burn her. And she is begging him like, you can burn me anywhere, just don't burn me in the face, because y'all know that's her money maker, right? And so he choking her and he telling her like he gonna discipline his kids any way he want to. Now he done let her go. She done dropped down to the floor crying. And I'm like, baby, this is the straw that broke the goddamn camel back. This is it. Keyshawn, ain't no going back, ain't no turning back, because if you do, baby, you have lost me forever, because he beating on the kids now, baby. We not gonna do that. We is not gonna do that. Did Ike beat up his kids? Did he? I think he did, but yeah, he did. He did beat up his kids. Damn, see? White Ike. Now, shout out my nigga Woody. That's Little Murder Manager. My nigga for life. Real niggas coming through. Respect it. So after Keyshawn told him what had happened with Rome, he went and found Rome at this little party. And baby, they was having full-blown orgies up in this thing. And they got drugs everywhere and sex everywhere, right? And so Woody like, okay, I need to talk to you real quick. We need to talk business. So they went in one of the back rooms, right? And Woody had bought Rome some drugs because y'all know Rome be tootin' and bootin'. And so he was happy to take the drugs. But he seen the way Woody was looking at him. So he like, oh, you take a hit first. And so Woody hit it a little bit, barely, not at all. And so Rome, he take it straight to the head. He happy, right? He happy to snort. So Woody like, okay, what we gonna do now that Keyshawn off the tour? Like, what we gonna do? And he was like, you know, bitches like her's a dime a dozen. I'm gonna have my other artists come. Lil Murda could just open up for him. And Woody like, okay, well, what happened? And he was like, you know, whatever, that bitch is whatever, right? And so Rome is going through it at this point. He can't breathe. He can barely utter a word. His eyes done turned red. He lightheaded. And so Woody, this nigga is cold-blooded because he know what he did. And he's sitting there. He like, hey, Rome, have you ever seen somebody die? And Rome like, yeah. And he like, well, how you want to be buried? You can still have an open casket. Now, this nigga still ain't caught up to the hint. So he like, you know that little movie you got? And Rome like, what little movie? Because he can barely fucking speak. And he like, you know, Keyshawn told me everything, right? And he pulled out the pill bottle, baby. He gave him fentanyl. And then winked at the nigga. Child, Rome trying to grab on to the man. Like, hold on. He holding on for dear life, knowing he finna go to hell, child. And he dead. He done fell through the glass. Everybody like, oh my God, call an ambulance. And everybody think he OD'd. Baby. And it was drugs in that bitch everywhere too. Yeah, it's an overdose. I said, you know what, Woody? You kill for niggas. You ride for niggas. You my nigga. Period. But anyway, y'all, that was that on that, okay? I will be back next week to do a recap to episode 6, so come back for that. In the meantime, between time, watch the videos for my other shows. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's have a conversation down in the comment section below. It's your girl, Cynthia Renee, and I am out of here, y'all. Peace.